Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Tech Shenanigans. This is Yarazin. In the last video, we created a Git repository and pushed our project to it. Today, we will be adding some change to the same Git repository and then reverting back to the original one. That is the one from the previous video. This usually happens when, for example, we release one version of our project and after that try adding some change in the next update, but then realize that the previous version was a better one, so we revert back to the original. So before getting technically started, let's first have a look at the version 1 of this project, and it has an h1 that says the version 1. So we will go back to our command line and over there we will change this h1 to version 2, and then we will be upgrading the same version over here. So now if we just go back to scratch and edit this to this was updated to the version 2 and save this, and now we it in browser and it says yes, this was updated to version 2. And now what we are supposed to do is that we need to update the same file in our Git repository. For that, let's just go back to the command line and over here first let's check the status. And it says the git file git.html file was modified, so git add. So first we will be adding this file and now we will be committing the change that this is the version 2, and yes, it says the one file was inserted, so git status again and it says the working directory is clean. So one part is done from over here. So before moving any further, let me just first quickly copy the link from over here and going back to the command line and over here adding the file to the same repository and pasting this thing from over here, and now pushing all the chains. And doing this should be technically done. And yes, the deltas are done. And yes, if we just go back to here and refresh this, and now if we just open this, so this says this was updated to version 2. Also, if we have a look over here, it says already the version 2. This version 2 means that this is the new commit of this particular Git repository. Now what we need to do is we need to restore the version 1 of this specific project. For that, let me just quickly check the logs of this specific repository. And yes, it first shows me the first version was released by this specific comment that was back on Wednesday in the previous video, that is, and this is the version that we just did. If you are having a look at this specific version, this is just a testing purpose that I was doing backstage this morning, now we'll be working from over here. Just in order to restore the previous version, we'll write the command followed by a hard and pasting the ID of that specific command. This is the ID of the commit or the version that we want to revert back to, and after that hitting enter, now we are at this version 1, and now we just simply have to push all this to the master and doing this will end up us at the version 1 back. Everything is up to date. Now if we just go back to over here, okay, so going to the code part and just a second, where is the code? Oh, this actually is the wrong directory, I guess. Yes, and going to the repository sections and over here this GitHub, yes, updated 7 minutes ago, and on the very first look we can see the version 1 restored being over here, and now Yes, it says we have our version 1 pack over here. So in this whole series, we first made a Git repository, first our version 1 to here, and then we posted the version 2, and then finally we went back to the version 1. So this was our complete setup, our complete path. If you like the video, do hit the like button, also subscribe to Tech Shenanigans. Thank you so much.